Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC Daily Update. I hope you are doing great today. In today's BTC Daily Update, I will be analyzing, as usual, the BTC Daily Time Frame, the BTC 4-hour time frame, and the BTC 1-hour time frame. And I will be adding the weekly time frame as well, because we had a weekly close a few days ago, and it's a very, very important right now to be tracking the weekly if we want to talk, bull run continuation basically. So stick around to the end of the video because it will get very, very informational. As always, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot if you can help the channel grow. With that being said, let's jump straight into the charts and see what's happening with BTC. So just before I get started with the analysis here, I just want to let you know that there's huge news on the weekly time frame. So stick around to the weekly analysis because like I said, it will get interesting for you guys, especially if you are invested in crypto and you are hodling and waiting for a long-term ROI on your investments. With that being said, let's just start as usual with the daily time frame, which is the easiest time frame. Last time we left off on our BTC daily updates, I think we were around this area. We were around the 67-ish area, and I told you guys I drew this box. I haven't changed these boxes, by the way. They're still here from the last update. I drew this box for you guys, and I told you that most likely we're going to have a very strong resistance at this area. And as you can see, Bitcoin entered the 67K region, I think on last Friday, and it's been 4 days, and it still can't break above this area. We had a wick here towards 68.4, and currently BTC is sitting around 66.2, looking like it's going for a retracement on the, I wouldn't say a retracement on the daily, but a retracement on the 4-hour time frame. On the daily time frame, the good news is that the EMAs are crossing bullish. As you can see here, the 18, the 30, and the 50 are starting to cross bullish. The bad news is that the 4-hour time frame is most likely bearish, and there's a high chance for us to be revisiting at least this supply and demand zone here. So I think over the next 24 to 48 hours, which is the 4-hour time frame, I think this is where we're heading. On the daily time frame, well, a couple of things. Heading here is it's not bad, okay? I mean, as long as you don't lose this area, it's not bad, okay? But we need to check the reaction on the 4-hour over the next 24 to 48 hours to at least try to predict or analyze the daily time frame, which translates to the next 7 to 10 days. Worst case scenario for Bitcoin is you're probably going to lose the EMAs and go fill that 57K gap that we talked about on the previous update in the CME futures chart. Mid-best or mid-worst scenario is a chip chop here, all right? And the best scenario obviously is just a chop and then a continuation to the upside and a break of all-time high, all right? So these are the three scenarios. Worst case, mid-worst or mid-best, and then best. In my personal opinion, though, on the daily time frame, which translates to the next couple of 5 to 10 days, I think for now, hopefully if we hold the 4-hour time frame, I think the most likely scenario is going to be at least a small chop. Okay, whether this chop is gonna be a prolonged chop and basically which is bearish, this already, right? Consolidation on the daily time frame is bearish. Whether this chop is going to be a bearish chop or a bullish chop is yet to be determined, basically. All right, but my personal opinion, I think there will be a chop. All right, personally, but we will have to wait and see. Have to wait and see. The daily time frame indicators are still, in a bullish area, but we are in the midst of experiencing a decent retracement on the daily time frame. All right. I'll start to worry on the daily time frame if we lose the EMAs. Okay, if we lose the EMAs or we lose the supply and demand zone, we start to close daily candles below this area right here, which is around 64K. I'll start to worry. If we don't do that and we are able to hold this area, then as I said, a chop here, and then we analyze again, because the chop can be just a very small chop, which is basically like something that looks like this. Bam, 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 and then you start to the upside. It could be that, but we need time and we need to analyze the lower time frames and we need data to be able to try to analyze that far into the future. And we are at resistance right now, so we cannot be really bullish at resistance. You cannot be bullish here, you cannot be bullish here, you cannot be bearish here, you cannot be bearish here, you cannot be bearish here, so on and so forth. So we cannot really be bullish here till we get a clear break of structure with a breakout candle. Okay, this is a breakout candle, followed by what? By progressive consecutive daily candles that are higher in high than the previous ones. Basically, they have a higher high, higher than the previous daily candle. Because if you get a breakout candle like this, like that, and then you start to chop to the downside, it's not bad. I mean, I prefer this over this. This is not considered a breakout candle. A breakout candle is something that looks like this, a huge candle to the upside. That's what a breakout candle is. If we get that, then no matter what, I think that's the tail to the sun that Bitcoin's probably gonna go to the moon from there. Obviously, expect a small retracement and then to the moon. 4-hour time frame, which is a very interesting time frame. 4-hour time frame, in my personal opinion, is bearish. I personally believe that this is what's gonna happen. I can be wrong. I personally believe that we are going for a 64K bound retest of this supply and demand zone. So basically around 65 to 64K region. So let me just change this because we have more data now. Let me just change this box. So I think this is the area where we are potentially heading to. All right, on the daily time frame. And let me change on the 4-hour time frame. Sorry. And let me change the color here. Let's make it yellow and yellow. All right, so I think this is where we're probably heading, to this area right here. Okay, and I think the trajectory that's gonna happen is something that looks like this. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, I believe that we're gonna get something like this, and then we go there to this area. Okay, I think this is what's gonna happen, which is basically a type of BART or a type of bearish rounded structure similar to the ones that we had on the all-time high previously. Let me zoom out to show you here. These structures are everywhere in the market. You just need to pay attention to them and you'll be able to find them very, very quickly. So this, a bearish rounded top, right? That. So I think that most likely that's what's gonna happen on the 4-hour time frame. We're gonna form some bearish type of rounded top towards 67.5 and probably head towards 64. I have a limit short. I'm just letting you guys know this. I have a limit short on Bitcoin. My short is at 67.5 exactly, and my TP is around 64.1. Well, I'll probably TP once at 65 just to be case, because I think this low here is going to get swept. But I have a trade that looks like this basically, okay? But my TP, my stop loss is very, very small. It's like negligible. This is my stop loss. So 2.5 actually, but yeah, it's around here. This is basically my stop loss. So it's a very, very low stop loss, very, very low risk to reward ratio. It's very, very low risk. If I get stopped out because it's a limit order, I'll probably go to sleep and I'm busy probably next couple of days. So it's a limit order. I can't really track the market, so I'm minimizing my risk and maximizing my profit. If I get stopped out, it's fine. I just lose 0.5%, which is less than nothing. And then if I do get this trade, I'll probably make a nice amount of money, which is around 4.75% of the trade balance basically. So this is my personal opinion on the 4-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, which translates to the next 24 to 48 hours. 1-hour time frame here's where it gets tricky. So my prediction on the 1 hour depends on at least, I would say, this wick holding. Like if the market makers don't sweep this wick and we just go here over the next couple of hours and we hold and then we start moving up, then, or even not that, even if we just start moving up from here, then my 4-hour prediction starts to become more viable. But if we just start losing from here, then forget about 67.5. Okay, just forget about it completely. It's probably just gonna go here and directly to that area. Okay, but like I said, the 1-hour time frame right now is very, very tricky. Okay, very, very tricky to analyze. I think it's a little bit bearish with a bullish sense, meaning we might have a small drop still towards this area, hopefully holding it and then pump it back up, or we just can just chop here, you know, a little bit and then move up, okay, towards that 67.5 region, forming some type of you know, bearish around the top formation, and hopefully going for our target area. All right, now a weekly time frame, which is the most important in my personal opinion. The weekly time frame is very, very important. So we got our second weekly close last week, and as you can see, it's an amazing weekly close. It's beyond amazing. So this is a really, really good looking close. This week is going to be even more important. If we can break this, if this weekly candle closes above the channel and we're able to break the 70K region by Sunday, I think this is all-time high being broken soon. And I think new rally to break, you know, new rally is basically beginning. All right, so something that looks like this, all right, to the top. If we get a nice weekly close this week, if you remember, I posted on Twitter, the next time you see BTC on the weekly at 70K, don't short. I still mean it. I mean, you can take a scalp short, but just don't short heavily and expect this swing trade to like 50K. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, this is the weekly is looking very interesting. The 2 weekly candles are perfect. We are still above the weekly EMAs. As you see, the 18 and the 30 EMA, they still haven't crossed bearish. And as I told you earlier, the only time and the only place I'll feel worried about these EMAs is about the weekly time frame for BTC is if these cross bearish and we lose them, which is basically either would translate to a black swan event or to a real bear market. Okay, but that hasn't happened yet, so we are still in a bull run. And the good news here is that we got a bullish confirmation signal on BTC on the weekly time frame. So hopefully, if this doesn't turn out to be a bearish divergence, which can happen by the way, hopefully this is going to take us to break the all-time high, and at least, if not break the all-time high, at least, you know, a couple of weeks that are bullish for Bitcoin. And the reason that I'm not saying that we will break is because of the consolidation rule, the basically where your indicators are bullish, but you're just chopping here over, you know, a month or two. So that just flips it out completely. What we need is this. If we start to get this and we, you know, get a break above the all-time high on a weekly, then just move aside, because right now the weekly has flipped bullish for Bitcoin. It's not bearish anymore, in my personal opinion. Now, there's a very, very low chance that this could just be a fake out. But the good news is that even if this is a fake out, most likely it will be a fake out. It will basically be a bull trap and a bear trap at the same time. So I don't think this is going to do this. If I think this probably does something like this, okay, and then we start to break up, just basically forming a higher low on the weekly. All right, but again, all of these predictions are very far ahead into the future. I'm trying to give you guys, you know, a macro outlook with using just a couple of days worth of data, which is not enough. The more we move forward, the more likely we will be able to pinpoint and analyze the charts exactly. But as I said in my previous BTC daily updates, we are still in a bear market. So that is it for today's BTC daily update, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot if you can help the channel grow. And just before I end the video, a big thank you to all the people who have been and have supported me throughout ages. I appreciate you guys. Even though I get just 100 views on a video, I'm here for those 100 views. All right, for those people who are watching and who are waiting my BTC daily updates and who appreciate my analysis. So anyways, big thank you, much love, thank you for the support. And that is it for today's BTC daily update. I will see you again next time, guys. Bye bye.